to get the mean, how to get the mode, and also how to get the median. Right, now, given this particular data, now we want to see that if this is a particular data that has been given to us, right, we want to look at these are the doctor's visits, and the data is summarized like this, right? Now, these are intervals, and these are the number of people that visited the doctor on these particular different intervals. And in total, the number of people that were in this particular sum here is 60. Right? These are the number of people that visited the doctor. Right? Now we want to see how many times they visit the doctor, or how many people visited the doctor between 10 to 20, and so on and so forth. Right? So now let's get to see what our formula will be. Right? The formula for mean is going to be the sum of fx divided by n. Right? And then for median, it will be OME, this is the lower limit, plus C, the width of your interval, n divided by 2 gives you the position of where your middle number will be. The cumulative frequency value before the interval you have chosen, and the frequency value in the interval that you have chosen, right? And this is the mode. It's the lower limit plus the width of your interval, the frequency value before the one you have chosen, right? So this is the formula that you're going to use in order to get your mode, right? Now, let's go back to our data. Now, which means in our data, we need to add x, right? So x is the midpoint of this particular interval. So you can say here 10 plus 50, 10 plus 20 rather, gives you 30 divided by 2 is 50, right? So for all of them, you can continue. Right, so this is your midpoint. Now, remember our formula said we need the sum of fx, right? So we can have f times x, right? So this is 5 times 15. Right, so let's look at it. 5 times 15 gives you 75. 18 times 25, it gives you 450. 22 times 35, 770. 10 times 45 is 450. 5 times 55 is 275. So we can add everything, 75 plus 450 plus 770 plus 450 plus 275. This gives us 2020. Right? So now we can actually come here and summarize our mean and say that the mean is the sum of fx divided by n. This is 220 divided by 60. Right, remember we are dividing with n. So this will be 33,67. Right? So now let's see. We want now the median. The median. Now, in order to get the median, let's look at the formula. In order to get the median, we need to first establish what we have, right? So this is where you first start, right? And where you start, when you say 1, it is n, which is 60 divided by 2, it gives you 30, right? Which means your 30 is where the middle number will be, right? Okay. Now, the next thing that you do is this one here. This is the cumulative frequency value before the interval that you have chosen, right? And this part here is obviously third, fourth, and fifth, right? So let's see now, which means we need to go to this particular data. We need to come here and add. We need to come here and add cumulative frequency values. Right? Cumulative frequency values. And to get your cumulative frequency values is really, I'll show you just two ways on how to do it. So you can take this 60, you say 60 minus 5, 55, minus 10, 45, minus 22, 23, minus 18 is 5. Right? Or you can also have it as 5, which is this 5 here, 5 plus 18, 23, 23 plus 22 is 45, 45 plus 10 is 55, 55 plus 5 is 60. Ultimately, you have the same numbers there, right? No matter whether you want to start from the top or you want to start from the bottom, ultimately, you must get to the same number, right? So let's erase this part here. Now, according to my formula there, I said you start with n divided by 2, which is 30, right? Which means now you want to come here and look, where would the number 30 be, right? Now, remember that people that belong here is from 1 till 5. From 6 until 23, they are here. From 7 until 45, they are here. From 46 until 55, they are here. From 56 to 60, they are here. Right? Now, where would 30 be? The number 30 would be somewhere here. The number 30 would be somewhere here in this particular interval here between 24, this is 24, right? This is 24 and 45. 24 and 45. 24 and 45, which means 30 is somewhere here, right? That means now that we know that 30 is there, this then we can highlight that this here is our interval. So it's not that straight, sorry. Right? So this here is our interval. Right? So now we can actually conclude. We can then now look at it and say, okay, let's see. We want to look at our middle number. Right? So let me write it here. Median. Now, the lower limit, remember these are intervals, right? The lower limit of the interval is 30. Now, C is from here to here. How many numbers do you need? You need 10. It's the width, right? 10. I'm just following the formula, right? I'm following this particular formula here. And then it's n divided by 2, which is 60 divided by 2, or you can just write 30. Minus now, remember that we said we are choosing this interval, right? We are choosing this interval. So I just want to highlight this part here. We are choosing this interval, right? All these numbers here, they belong to the same interval, which means what is the number in this cumulative frequency table before this interval that we have chosen is 23. Divided by the frequency number, this is the frequency number, 22. All right, so you can write 30 plus 10 divided at times 30 minus 23 divided by 22. This gives us 33.18. 33.18. Right? Now, let's look at our mode. Let's look at our mode. So I'd like to write the mode just here so that we can look at the formula. Right? The mode, with regards to mode, we just want to check where is the highest frequency. Right? So when you're looking at the mode, you just want to look at where is the highest frequency. That's all. Okay, let's write this 22 back. Right? So where is the highest frequency? So now we just want to establish this is the highest frequency. Sorry. Maybe let's write it nicer, right? So 22 is the highest. Right? So which means this is the interval that we're going to choose. Because we just assume that the most occurring number lies where the frequency is the highest. Right? So now when you get here, you see the lower limit of this number, the lower limit of the interval is 30. Plus the C is the same when we were calculating the median, right? So it's still 10. FM, it means it's the frequency that's the highest. The highest frequency is 22. Minus FM minus 1. The minus 1 just simply means before, right? FM, what was the number before FM? It's 18. Right? So FM plus 1, it's the number after, which is 10. Right? So now we are done to calculate your mode. So we can just look at the number 22 minus 18. Then you say 2 times 22 is 44 minus 18 minus 10. This gives us 32.5. Right? So that is how you will calculate your mean, mode, and median. I hope that assisted you greatly.